Hey everybody, XNM Execution Godmu here, and welcome back to another episode of Video Game Pickups. Now, this video has been recorded 2 or 3 times before this, about a month or so ago, so these pickups are quite old, but I haven't had anything since, so that you're not missing out on anything. 2 things first, the video quality of this video. I record all of my vlog-based videos on my phone. Now, if I use the back camera of my phone, which is in full 1080p, I can't see what I'm shooting, and that's how the 2 previous videos got messed up. Whereas if I use the front camera, it's only in 480p, but I can see exactly what you can see on the camera shot. So this way it's easier for me until I can figure out a way to do it on the other side. Secondly, this is my first video in about a week and a half, maybe even 2 weeks. Sorry about that. Work has seriously got in the way. I got into a relationship about 3 weeks ago now, actually, so that's been taking up some of my time. She's completely cool with it though, so that's not too much of an issue. She will give me the time, she's completely fine with it. She'll probably be watching this video, so that's cool. So very sorry about that. Videos should return reasonably normally. I can't guarantee it, but I will be trying to go back to it as it was before. So without further ado, let's jump into the pickups. Now, first of all, I have 6 original Xbox games to show you, a system, and some games to go with that system. Now, the system is quite rare in this country as far as I can tell, and what I paid for it is an extremely good bargain. So let's jump straight in. First up, I did say I was going to get a copy of this because I have the later version of the game, and that's Fable. So now you won't see any gameplay footage of this because the game has been on my channel for ages, but this is the original one, the non-lost chapters edition. It is complete in nice condition. So I think I paid £4 for this. This was off a mate called Jack, excuse me, which you have seen in the Borderlands video, and he was in my vlog. Sorry if you can hear the dogs in the background, they're quite bad. So yeah, that's the original Fable. Next up, I have 2 Unreal games. First up, we have Unreal 2 The Awakening. So there will be video footage of this. This comes complete. Now, I can't remember which one of these 2 games actually plays on the 360. I think only one of them do. But they're Unreal, basically. I like the Unreal games. I have Unreal Tournament 3, there we go, for the PS3. I paid £5 for it. Like, actually I didn't even pay anything, it was from a gift voucher, but it was only worth £5. It's still in mint condition, so it's a good game. All the Unreal games are good. So I'm glad to have this. I didn't actually pay a penny for this. This was completely free. Same with this one. This is Unreal Championship 2, the Liandry Conflict. I didn't pay anything for this either. I believe this is the one that actually plays on the Xbox 360, but it is complete, so there'll be some gameplay in front here. It's still Unreal. They're all incredibly good games. I have a copy of the original Unreal game for the PC, which is still a lot of fun. They're all just fast-paced, first-person shooters, nothing complicated or anything like that. So very, very good games. I'm glad to pick those up. Next up are 2 games from the same series yet again. They're in amazing condition, and I believe I paid £2 each on them. So we have Mech Assault, the original Xbox, obviously, in absolutely pristine condition. There'll be some gameplay of this. If you want to know, this game does not play on the 360. Oops, there we go. This also, if you had the original Xbox Live, you got some free, you probably can't see that, but free mechs and maps. So that's pretty cool. So this is in very nice condition. And Mech Assault 2 Lone Wolf. This one is also in pristine condition, fully complete. Now this will play on the Xbox 360, so you'll be getting some more HD footage than of the first game. So there you go, right in front of you. I like these types of games. There was another game for the original Xbox, but I cannot remember the name of it, that is kind of like a Mech Assault game, which I really enjoyed playing. when I was a kid, so I'm hoping to try and find out what that game is and get it at some point. And then finally, yet another one of these, because I've picked up loads of these in the past, and I have 2 copies of the original, no, 3 copies, but 2 of them of the original Xbox, and that's Halo 2, the limited edition, or the limited collector's edition. It's not in the greatest of conditions, but I still only paid £4 for this. The steel book, it has a manual, and I'm still trying to figure out whether this is actually the real disc for this collection, because this just looks like a standard disc. There won't be any gameplay of this, so you're just seeing me. This still looks like a standard disc, and apparently you got extras with the limited collector's edition. So I'm still trying to find out if that is actually true. If that is true and I can get hold of the disc only, I can then replace my original really bad condition copy of the game with the one that's in here. So yeah, I've got collector's edition Halo 2. I'm very happy to get that, especially for £4. So there is the brand new stack of original Xbox games I've picked up. So now we're going to jump to the system. Now in the UK, I don't know necessarily about the rest of the world. This console that I'm about to show you isn't very popular. I think it was more popular in America, but not so much over here. I haven't seen very many in this country, and when I found this on a website called Gumtree, I don't know if it's here, in the rest of the world, but over here it's kind of like a Craigslist, I guess. We do have Craigslist here, but not many people use it. So this Gumtree is like a Craigslist for the UK, and basically this woman posted about it, and all she had, let me double check, she had 4 games and a film. Now the film might kind of help you there with what it actually is. And she only wanted £20 for the lot. Well, no, she wanted 25, but I offered her 20 and she took it because she wasn't getting rid of it. So without further ado, let me show you what it is. Now for those that can't see, because the camera's actually really dark, this is a Philips CDI Model 220. Now in this country these things are very rare. I can barely ever find them, and the like 3 or 4 that are on eBay are worth several £100s. Now no one picked this up. I did, even though it's missing the front cover here, which you probably can't see. I might have to brighten the video up a little bit. Even though it's missing the cover here, it's still in very nice condition. I was going to buy it for the 20 quid anyway, even if it didn't have the games. The one thing it was missing though is a controller. So I'm afraid you won't be seeing any gameplay from this and the games that I have. But as soon as I get a controller, I may do a video on the console itself. Now luckily, for those of you that know anything about the Philips CDI, to play video, the CDI video, like they're kind of the VGC discs, video something compact disc, something like that. I can't remember what the actual VGC stands for. You needed a digital video cartridge to make it play those, video files. Now they're worth a lot of money. They're worth almost as much as the actual system in this country. I don't know about the rest of the world, but in this country, because of how rare they are. And I was lucky enough that this one already had one in it. Now obviously the lady I bought it off of didn't know what she had. She just wanted to get rid of it because it'd been sitting around. So for £20, even just for that, not even though I got extras, is well worth it. So I jumped at the chance to pick it up, and it is now in my possession. A quick note, there are 3 consoles in the world that I expected myself never to own. One was a CDI, one is a 3DO, the Panasonic 3DO. I know there's a Sanyo and a Gold Star, but just a 3DO in general. And a SNK Neo Geo, an AES. I might get an MVS, but even an MVS or an AES. And now I own one of them, so there's only 2 left that I need to actually buy, or would like to get. Now I know there are other models of the CDI, and if I can get like a 450 or whatever, that would be great. But with a 220, it will still do everything the others will. It's just the biggest one they do. With a 3DO, I would like to get one of each, the Panasonic, the Sanyo and the Gold Star, but they're fairly rare. They can go for a fair bit. They're not as rare as the CDI, but they are rare. And then obviously you've got the astronomically priced AES and MVS Neo Geos. So maybe they'll come around eventually, but we'll find out. So onto the games that I got with the CDI. I'll go for the film first. The film is just Harrison Ford's Patriot Games. The actual plastic itself isn't in amazing condition, but the discs are perfect, and the manual on the inside is perfect, so I'm not too bothered by that. I'm going to go through these from worst to probably best. The ones that are in solid cases, which I'm about to show you, I'll show both solid cases first. They're both broken off their hinges and they're not very good, but the discs themselves, all of the discs are mint condition. First one is the Palm Springs Open. It's a golf game. Not really interested in this game. To be honest, with the CDI, I'm not interested in the games unless they're, you know, the four popular ones, the 3 Zeldas and Hotel Mario. But basically, these were considered free, so I'm not going to turn them down. So we have a golf game. Next up, we have a game called Voyeur, Don't Get Caught. Now, this one looks kind of interesting. It's kind of like a detective type game where you watch video cameras and stuff like that. Because see, the CDI does full motion video pretty well, especially for its time of 1993, I believe it was. So it's 1 year younger than I am. So this game might actually be fairly enjoyable to play. So I may do like a retro night with like me and Assassin and my girlfriend. So that might be fun. So yeah, there's Voyeur. Next up, we have a very educational game. Now these next 2 games, the last 2, are in plastic cases. They're like softer plastic, and these cases are actually in pretty nice condition. The first up is an educational game called Beauty and the Beast. Now, as far as I know, this is just a storytelling. I wouldn't really class it as a game. It's educational. It just tells you the story, with probably some form of interactive side of it. I'm not 100% sure. Obviously, I cannot actually play these yet until I get a controller. Believe it or not, the controllers are worth almost double what I paid for this lot. So getting one is going to take me a little bit, and obviously I'm going to definitely want to get one. But they come boxed, so it's not the end of the world. So we've got Beauty and the Beast, and then finally we've got Battleship. This one is actually in very nice condition. They all are, to be honest. All the discs are perfect. But while we were cleaning up all the console and some of the cases, Exno Assassin, I was at his house. We just gone and picked it all up. Noticed that the actual Battleship disc I have is a not for resale copy. Now I don't know if that's especially rare or anything, but even for a CDI game, which in itself is rare, to then get a for demonstration only not for resale copy of the game as well, and in pretty much mint condition, I think that's a massive bonus. So I'm not going to turn it down. I think that is pretty good in itself. So just Battleship there. So that is it for this episode. I hope you've enjoyed. Sorry again for not posting anything over the past week, possibly even 2 weeks. I'm going to try and get some recording done tomorrow, which doesn't matter to you because you'll be seeing this video on a Monday. I'm recording this on a Saturday night, so Sunday I might get some more done. Monday afternoon I'm probably getting more done, so I'm going to try and keep up. But thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.